Hi guys, it's Elvis Presley fan on keto. I am an Elvis Presley fan on keto. So it's pretty clear I am an avid fan of Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. But I also really feel that I have to share my benefits that I had being on this diet, carnivore diet, keto diet. So we're going through Dr. Ken Berry's beginner's advice. I think the best way for you guys to learn from Dr. Ken Berry is to listen to his own words, and then I can jump in. I'm just a normal guy at home. Yeah, 57 years old. You guys know my story. I was very unwell. I had ulcerative colitis. I had seriously bad dizzy spells. I had high blood pressure, high blood sugars. I was going to the toilet way too many times in the day, 8 times. And I just felt down and ill, unwell. I had no energy. I had anxiety. I had lots of problems and a giant belly. So I want the Elvis fans that join my channel here, Elvis Presley fan on keto, to benefit from the diet, carnivore or keto, yeah, in the way that I did. No one has to do it. I'm not forcing it on anyone, but I want to share it and then give people the choice to decide if it's for them or not. Now, if people are not interested in the diet, that's completely fine. Watch the video footage, the live streams of Elvis, the live streams of the book reading, the videos that I post about Elvis's life and Lisa's life, anything connected to Elvis. But if you are interested in the diet, let's learn from all of there's a lot of very well-known doctors that are now promoting, not for their own gain, to help save lives of YouTube people, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever it is. The bottom line is people like Dr. Ken Berry are trying to help you. They're trying to help people not die, to not be type 2 diabetic, to not have pre-diabetes. I had pre-diabetes. It's gone. I was going to be type 2 diabetic. I'm not. My ulcerative colitis is gone. My energy levels are back. I feel great. I got my life back. Even at 57, you can have your life back. 47, 67, 77. You can get back your life with the advice of these amazing people. Dr. Ken Berry is a standout one for me because I listen to his questions and answer live streams every day. Whenever I can get time to listen to them. His advice is fantastic. He literally is saving thousands of people's lives daily. And so are many other doctors on YouTube. It's not just Dr. Ken Berry. Dr. Anthony Shaffer, Dr. Sean Baker, and many others. There are thousands of success stories of people now, normal people like me, at home. I'm just sat at home with a cup of tea, guys, and I'm trying to help. That's all I'm trying to do. Some people get a bit, defensive. Some people get a bit annoyed that I'm trying to talk about the carnivore, the keto diet, how I saved myself, how I want to help people get better, come off medication. And you don't need to, guys. I'm just trying to be helpful. I've had sometimes I get some comments that there's just no need for. I only want to help, guys. We can all be civil with each other. So let's listen to some more advice from Dr. Ken Berry. I think, let's see if I can find it. I think this is the 5th bit that we've posted. Let me just have a look. Got to find it now, guys. All right, it's just checking in now. So, oh, a nice cup of tea. We can't beat that. Let's see if I can find it. It's going to be one of these. Now, I've been trying to work out exactly how long I've been on this diet. I keep saying 2 years, but I think it's a bit less. I got a feeling it was 2 years around April. So less than 2 years. I would say it's more like 18 months, I would say. Yeah. So let me just switch this over. So we have been posting some Elvis stuff today, guys. I've enjoyed it. We've done some vintage documentary stuff that shows where Elvis grew up around Tupelo, all the different homes he lived in. Shows his school that he went to when he was 6. Shows the church that he attended. So we've had some fun this morning, guys. I haven't done any defending Elvis today, but I do intend to. Let me just, I'm going to find this video. I just found that video fascinating. So go over to the live streams here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, and I think you'll like it. It's the first time I'd ever watched it, and it was fascinating. Fascinating, guys. Right, I think I've got it. Let's have a look. Is it going to enlarge for me? Go on then, do your job, mate. Do your job. Yes, right. Is it in the right place? Let me just press play, see if it's going to work. Right, here we go. Let's just see if it's going to work, guys. Should be all right.
Should I cut out plants gradually, or should I stop eating them all at once? It depends. Some people are teetotalers, and they can go from plant-based diet, which is what the standard Western diet is. It's a plant-based diet, 70 to 80% plants. They can go overnight and switch to carnivore. They don't have any ill side effects. It's not dangerous in any way to do this. But some people are not teetotalers. They are moderators.
So this is important. These little points here are very important, guys.
And they need to slowly adjust. So they first will go low carb for a few weeks, then keto for a few weeks, then ketovore for a week or two, and then carnivore.
Yeah, so there's a gradual transition for some people. For me, I went in head first. It was like, that's it, I'm doing it. 24-hour fast, only eating fatty meat and eggs, water, just salt. Let me let the dogs out. And it worked for me. Go on. If you go out if you want. It worked for me.
Either way you want to do this is totally fine, as long as you stick to your carnivore once you get there. Number 19, how much food should I eat daily? How do I know if I'm eating too much or not enough? Well, when you go from eating the ultra-processed diet that the big food companies want you to eat, back to eating a proper human diet, whether that's low-carb, keto, ketovore, carnivore, with only real, whole, natural foods, your body's got this built-in thermostat. We actually have several hormones that tell us when we're full. But if you're eating the ultra-processed stuff that's literally...
So when I started learning about the diet, I started to understand that because I was overloading on sugar and carbs and cakes and donuts, etc., pizza, pasta, bread, my body was confused. So it was always hungry. This is the thing when you're just eating the recommended guideline diets that we are all told to eat a moderate diet, a bit of everything, the food pyramid. Your body's very confused. It doesn't know the correct way to feel hungry because it's always craving sugar, craving carbs. Now, when you start eating the correct foods, your body starts to get back to default. So fatty meat, eggs, just drinking water, salt, fish. Your body starts to remember the right times to be hungry. It starts to work properly. Let's keep going, guys.
Designed by scientists to be overeaten, to be hyperpalatable. You can't hear the signal from those hormones. But when you're eating a carnivore diet, you can actually hear your satiety signals, your satiety hormones saying, whoa, that's enough. You're full. Stop eating. And it's because it's so full of healthy animal protein and healthy animal fat that when you've eaten enough nutrition for your body, those hormones elevate and you get a very clear signal, oh, it's time to stop eating. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. And you know what? When I first heard Dr. Ken Berry say this, I didn't really know what he was talking about. I was a bit confused. But when I started doing the diet, after 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, this started happening. My hunger massively reduced. I was hardly ever hungry. And my body would, when it was ready to eat, when it wanted its nutrients, vitamins, etc., I had this strong feeling of, right, it's time to eat. Whether it be fatty meat, eggs, omelets, cheese, fish, prawns, you name it, as long as it's all nice and fatty, butter, eggs, bacon. And and this is where I am now, obviously over 18 months later, I get a craving around 1:30 for eggs and bacon, not that strong. So I have some eggs and bacon, put butter on it sometimes. I keep the fat in the bacon. I cook the eggs in the bacon fat, and then I'll be completely full then, very full. And even around 6:37, I'm not that hungry, but I am ready to eat. So I'll have the steak, the ribeye steak, the lamb ribs, the pork ribs, the chicken, the eggs. Yeah, whatever I decide on the night. Sometimes I have an omelette. Then the body goes into like almost, it repeats itself. Most days I feel the same way. I actually don't think I need my lunchtime meal. If you really want to lose weight fast, guys, only eat once a day and you will lose weight fast. And when you're on the carnivore diet, the keto diet, you're not very hungry. So you actually can do a fast quite easily. It's not as hard as you think. It does take getting used to. There is an adjustment time.
So you don't have to track, you don't have to weigh, you don't have to measure. I think for most people that's completely unnecessary. Now, if you are a tracker and a measurer, I think it's fine to do that. If you're a macro counter, I think it's fine to do that. But it's not necessary. Your body is the evolutionary culmination of hundreds of thousands of generations that did not have a macro counter. They didn't have a nutrition scale. When they were hungry, they ate. When they were full, they stopped. You can benefit from that DNA. You've got it in your body right now. You don't have to do any of that unless you just want to. Number 20.
And you know, when they talk about the DNA, he's talking about evolution. Our bodies, human beings, have been around hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. And evolution has fixed everything. Then the modern man, the modern human being in the last 100 years has just messed everything up by eating all the wrong foods, relying on carbs and bread, sugar, sweet tasting products. We are all sugar addicts. We are all carb addicts. This has completely knocked everything out of whack. We have to return to how we originally were intended to eat and drink ancestrally hundreds of thousands of years ago, and then our body works at its optimum, at its best. Our immune system is boosted, our energy levels come back, we won't need the medications, we won't become type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, we won't have all these horrible stomach conditions, inflammatory problems, because inflammation is the main cause of most illnesses. Just by eating the right foods, guys. And I know it works because it worked on me. It's that simple.
Can I stay on this diet forever? My answer, yes. If you're like, man, I've never felt better than when I was on a carnivore diet, yes, you can absolutely stay on this diet forever. Do you have to stay on this diet forever? Probably not. I think 85% of people after 90 days of beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, or meat, eggs, and seafood, they can go back to ketovore, keto, low carb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm different. Yeah, I want to be on this diet forever. I don't feel restricted. I feel now that I'm giving my body what it wants, what it craves for. Yeah. Now I can see as outsiders, people that have not done this diet. It's like, oh my God, how can you only eat fatty meats and eggs and fish? Obviously keto allows a bit more movement. You can have some low carb stuff. But your body changes. You don't crave any of those foods. You stop wanting them. If anything, when you start seeing the cakes, the donuts, and all the horrible stuff that is bad for you, you cringe. You literally like, ooh, I ain't touching that. If you have a bad day and you eat an ice cream, it just remotivates you to try harder, because when you have that ice cream, the next day you don't feel well. You don't feel right. So then that makes you go, right, I won't make that mistake again. So it's okay to have a bad day and get back on the wagon and just keep going with it, guys.
Carb, and they can do just fine. Always remembering that if you start to have trouble, you can come right back to a carnivore diet.
That's it.
But I don't think that the vast majority of people need to be carnivores for the rest of their life. But if you find that because of an autoimmune condition, because of chronic inflammation, or because you're like me, you fatten very easily and develop prediabetes very easily, it is absolutely safe and fine to stay on a carnivore diet.
Yeah, so I agree with that. So I mean, I did have autoimmune problem. Ulcerative colitis was very severe for me. I had it over 10 years. I was leaking. I was going to the toilet literally all day. Couldn't even leave the house. So for me, returning to how I used to eat is a massive no-no. And I think there'll be other people that have taken on this diet, carnivore keto, to cure themselves. They can't go back because they were very unwell, in a lot of pain, because this does reduce pain. It reverses many problems, health problems within the body, not just IBS, IBD, Crohn's, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, aches and pains, arthritis, etc. There's many things that eating the right foods that we were supposed to eat fixes. So I just couldn't go back. I wouldn't want to go back. I wouldn't want to. Now, I think what he's saying is that if some people choose to go on this diet to lose weight fast, because you do lose weight fast. If you incorporate fasting with eating fatty meat, if you go carnivore, you will lose 5 to 7 pounds a week. As long as you're carnivore and you're fasting 24 hours, you're going to lose weight quick. Some people I can see will want to get down to their target weight and then go back to more of a calorie deficit kind of diet. The problem I find with calorie deficit diets is you're always hungry. You're always hungry. This is the problem. And then before you know it, those people that lost weight using the carnivore diet, fasting for 24 hours, 6 months later, they're overweight again. So if you really want to maintain a consistent weight and health, you got to stick with it, guys. Now, I do say this. The compromise is keto. So you can have some veg, some strawberries, some blackberries, a bit of cream. You know what I mean? You can try and mix it up, even with your meats and your fish. You can get imaginative with your omelettes. You can make stuff using carnivore and keto ingredients that are very tasty, very tasty. There's a lot of brilliant recipe books out there for carnivores and for keto. Dr. Ken Berry's wife, Nisha, she does brilliant recipes for carnivore and for keto. So there we go, guys.
Forever. Number 21, will I ever need to add plants back into my diet? No, there is no nutrition that you can get from plants that you cannot get better from meat.
Yeah, and this has been proven again and again. And again, people are skeptical because people think, oh no, you need your vegetables. You need your fruits for your vitamins. No, you don't. No, you don't. You get more from fatty meat and eggs. A lot more as well. Remember, your body is designed to absorb meat, fatty meat. With fruits and veg, it's a completely different digestive process. It's a long story, guys, but you don't need vegetables to get the vitamins and nutrients, the dense nutrients, the fatty acids that you need.
Eggs and seafood. I encourage you to learn to like liver and other organ meat and include 2 to 4 ounces of that in your diet once a week. If you cannot learn to like that, there are liver capsules that are dehydrated liver, like ancestral supplements. There's a link in the show notes if you want to check that out. But rather than buy that, I would much prefer that you learn to like liver just like your ancestors all did. Number 22, will I lose strength or endurance without carbohydrates? This is something.
Now, this is a good one. Obviously, people think, oh my God, I need my carbs, I need my sugar to give me energy. It doesn't, guys. It's a very unhealthy energy. The energy you get from fasting and from being on carnivore or keto is, for me, 10 times more. You do get short-term energy from your carbs and from your sugars and your sweets, chocolates, etc. But the type of energy you get when you are carnivore keto is unbelievable. You feel like Superman. You literally feel like Superman. Let's listen to what Dr. Ken Berry says.
Something that many of us have been taught. You've got to have the sugar gel when you're running. You've got to, if you're playing soccer as a child, you've got to have the little orange wedges every 5 minutes. No, no. Your liver makes as much sugar as your body needs anytime your body needs it. Your liver does not
See, do you know that your liver makes sugar, guys?
need you eating the sugar gel or drinking the pre-energy with drink with lots of sugar or eating the little
Guys, all these energy products are bullshit. They are bullshit. They're poisonous. They're full of chemicals.
cutie oranges while you're engaging in an athletic competition. None of that's needed. The physiology about this is very, very clear. There are multiple examples in archaeology and anthropology of people being very athletic, much more athletic than you probably currently are, eating just meat, eggs, and seafood. Number 23.
I like that. Good
will
advice.
I feel more alert and focused, or will I experience brain fog?
Will you feel more alert and focused, or will I experience brain fog? Now, I tell you now, that I have been on this diet well over 18 months. I have never felt more alert or focused in my life. You do not have brain fog. If you did have brain fog, it completely goes. Completely. You have your brain fog, the way your mind works is almost like you're back at school. Do you remember being back at school, kids, and you're really alert and you're looking forward to lunchtime and break time to go and see your mates, to have some fun? That spark that you once had as a teenager comes back. There is no brain fog. Your head is completely clear-headed. Now, you eat the wrong foods, sugary carbs, and you will have brain fog.
Good question. One of the main benefits that people notice when they adopt and stick to a carnivore diet is that their mental acuity, their mental clarity, their mental speed all increase. And we don't know exactly why this is. We have several theories, whether it's from brain inflammation, whether it's from just the high sugar amount from your previous high carb diet, mucking up your brain and your neurons. Nobody really knows, but the disappearance of brain fog is one of the main attributes, one of the main things that people brag about when they start and stick to a carnivore diet. Number 24.
Right? So guys, we're going to stop there, but just short little snippets to help you guys just get a feeling of how to get into this diet, to decide whether or not you want to do this diet. Yeah, whether you want to be carnivore or keto. I always say to people, you must do your research. You must do. It's so important that you understand why this diet works, that you understand why there's been so much success on this diet, why this is saving millions of lives, changing millions of lives. And once you understand how your body works, because this is important, guys, you want to know how it all works. Understand how what you put in your mouth can completely decide how your day-to-day life is. Yeah, you decide. You get back control. You have to go, right, I'm gonna take the bull by the horns. I'm gonna change my life for the better. I'm gonna fix my health. Don't rely on the doctors for more medication, for more pills, because the doctors will always fob you off with pills that are addictive, that have serious side effects, that probably cause even more harm. Many of the medications that we are offered, things like statins, metformin, and just many other things, painkillers, are not helping us. Now remember, this diet also helps anxiety, depression as well. So again, the doctors are prescribing medications to get you, to help you through anxiety and depression, when sometimes these pills are way too addictive and cause more problems than they're worth. Now, I'm not a doctor. Every decision you make, you must consult with your doctor. It's very important. I am not a doctor. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy at home who does this diet. That's all I am. A guy at home doing the carnivore diet, doing the keto diet. I'm proof that it works because we're getting on to 2 years. Yeah. But you always consult your doctor. Okay, guys, that's it. We'll come back for another part tomorrow. I'm going to post this now. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Take care.